Okay, so I'm continuing again the steps that we have performed until the last video. Okay, so this one is W delta X, this one Y Z Z, Z equals 0 minus this Z Z, Z equal L plus LW phi XZ X minus XZ X plus delta X plus L W delta X rho G cos beta is equal 0. Okay, we can further go into the components of those things. We open it one by one. Tau ZZ plus rho VZ Z equals 0 minus P plus tau ZZ plus rho VZ Z equal L plus L W tau XZ rho Vx VZX minus tau XZ plus rho Vx VZ X plus delta X plus L W delta X rho G cos beta equal to 0. And let me put in a different color in here to make it clear. Your tau ZZ will be equal to minus mu. This formula can be obtained from the slide that I give to you, and also in the Bert Stewart and Lightfoot book. This one will be 0 for incompressible liquid. Oh, sorry, this is an incompressible fluid, such as liquid. Those that are compressible are normally gases normally. Okay, so this one is equal to 0 because Vz is not a function of z. If Vz is a function of z, that means we will have an acceleration because Vz will change. It can be acceleration or deceleration because basically Vz change as we go down the distance. And this one will be equal to 0. And next one, again in the postulation, Vx is equal 0. And then pressure at z equals 0 will be equal to pressure at z equal L. And this can be defined as P. Why? This is because your pressure is only a function of x. It's not a function of z. Okay. And then rho Vz at z equal 0 is equal rho Vz at z equal L. And this we can just simply remove the symbols, okay, to make it easy. Then we continue substituting all these simplifications into this particular steps that we have. Okay, if we put it in correctly, then we can simplify further. W delta X plus rho Vz minus P minus rho Vz plus L W tau XZ X minus tau XZ x plus delta x plus L W delta x rho g cos beta is equal 0. Now what can we inspect from here? This one can be crossed with this one, and this one can cross with this one. Okay, so this one cross with this one cross with this one. Then in essence, if we continue again, we get that this minus L W tau xz at x plus delta x minus tau xz at x will be equal to minus L W delta x rho g cos beta. Okay, then this one we can cancel this negative sign in here, and then this one we can divide by L W delta x. If we divide by this, we will get this tau xz at x plus delta x minus tau xz at x divided by delta x is equal to rho g cos beta. Then we want to convert this into a differential equations in order for us to be able to solve and get the final formula. So this will be the differentiation of tau xz over dx will be equal to rho g cos beta. Then we can integrate this d tau xz per dx is equal rho g cos beta. Okay. No, sorry. I think I make a mistake in here. I will erase this one. Sorry, and repeat again what I take over from. So this will be tau xz is equal rho g cos beta dx. So your tau xz will be equal to rho g cos beta multiplied by x plus c1. Then you need to inspect the boundary conditions in order to connect your mathematical expressions with the real situation that you have in your system. So the boundary condition, the first one is the BC1 at x equals 0. Your tau xz is equal 0. So let's go into your systems in here, right? You have these systems of yours in here, where you put in the directions of y, z, and then y, and then this one is the top, and then if you look from the side, it will have a shape of this one. Okay, you are basically taking a flute shell on this side, where this one has a direction of z, this one has a directions of x. Okay, and this one make an angle of beta with the vertical directions. At x equals 0, so basically at this point in here, okay, this is at x equals 0. Because it's interfacing the air, then your shear stress will be equal to 0. Okay, then you can insert that into your equation. So 0 is equal rho g cos beta multiplied by 0 plus c1. Then you can find out that your c1 is equal to 0. Then your tau xz will be equal to rho g cos beta multiplied by x. Okay, so up to this point, we have been able to get this expression of the shear stress as a functions of x, which is this is a linear functions. Then next we inspect our tau xz. Tau xz is equal to minus mu del Vx per del z per plus del Vz per del x. Okay, now remember that this particular value in here is 0 because Vx is equal 0. Okay, there is no the fluid does not move in the directions of x, so that's why the velocity is 0. Then we substitute the Newton's law of viscosity. This basically simplify to these terms in here, del Vz per dx. Okay, I'll continue again. Minus mu dvz per dx. This will be rho g cos beta x, and then this dvz per dx will be equal to minus rho g cos beta divided by mu x. Then we can integrate this. Dvz is equal minus rho g cos beta divided by mu x dx. So your Vz will be equal to minus rho g cos beta divided by mu, and integrations of x will be half x squared, and then we have a constant that we need to find. Okay, so we have this in boundary conditions. We have another boundary conditions, basically the interface between the liquid with the plate or with the solid surface. So at x equal this, Vz is equal to 0. Then let's substitute this x into this particular equations. Okay, if we do that thing, we get 0 is equal minus rho g cos beta divided by 2 mu, this plus C2, and then your C2 will be equal to rho g cos beta divided by 2 mu, this square. And then once we put these things, we can put it into here. Then we will get the final expression for the Vz. So basically your Vz will be equal to minus rho g cos beta divided by 2 mu x square plus rho g cos beta divided by 2 mu. And then let me make it clear. This can be simplified further. Cos beta divided by 2 mu 1 minus x square, this square. Okay, then this will be cos beta divided by 2 mu 1 minus x square. Okay, so basically now we know that our velocity profile will have this particular form, and our shear stress have this particular form in here. So then we can draw our systems again. we can basically redraw our system again. So if we draw our systems again, let's just draw it approximately like this. Okay, where this particular things in here is basically the solid. Okay, then we have this makes angle beta. This one is the gravity. And then this one is Z, this one is X, and initially what you take in here is your fluid shell elements in here. This is what you take with the thickness of delta X. This in here has a thickness of your film thickness. So your shear stress will vary from 0 on top up to the value of this one in here, while your velocity distribution will have parabolic distributions in here. Okay, so this will have a approximately shape like this. So this going into that direction. So if I draw it in here, this will be VZX, and then this will be tau xz as a function of x. So in here is momentum flux distribution. These things in here is called the velocity distribution. Okay, I'll stop the video in here, and we'll be moving to the next video one again to derive another quantities of interest.